Good evening, all our sponsors. Thank you for joining us today at our virtual trip to Zambia. Welcome to join us as we bring you virtually to Zambia, our Musosolokwe area program in South Africa. I am Patricia, your virtual trip leader and facilitator for today. What you have just watched is the performance by the Lonchele School Cultural Group, comprising of grade 7 to 9 learners between 13 to 15 years old. This cultural group was formed after World Vision Zambia trained the teachers at the school in the area of child protection. The performance earlier was made up of 3 songs. The first song you've heard is the welcome song to all our Singapore sponsors joining us here on this virtual trip, expressing joy and giving you a warm welcome. And the second song that you heard just now is about helping parents with chores and children obeying their parents, teachers, and elders in the community. Well, the last performance is something that you typically see in a Zambia cultural performance with a drum, and it's a common feature in traditional songs and dances in Zambia. We hope you have enjoyed this performance put together by youth in Musosolokwe. Before we continue with the virtual trip program, we would like to run through some brief webinar guidelines. For the best viewing experience, please click on the view options at the top right and click side-by-side mode. And for mobile devices, you can just double tap to switch between the screens. During the session, you may use the Q&A function on Zoom at any time, or you can scan the QR code to pose your questions, and we will address as many questions as possible during each segment of the virtual trip, and as well as the Q&A session at the end. This virtual trip is expected to last for about 1 hour, 30 minutes. And the virtual trip will be recorded. You can catch it on our Facebook and as well as after this trip on YouTube as well. But for security purposes, please do not attempt to record the session on your own. Well, now let's virtually fly all of you, our participants, to Zambia, which is actually more than 8,500 kilometers away. For sponsors who have not had the opportunity to join us on our past physical trips to Zambia, thanks to technology, we're bringing you there physically, virtually today to visit the area program you have been supporting, to witness the impact for yourselves you have made in the lives of Zambians. Zambia is currently now 6 hours behind Singapore time, so it's actually in the afternoon in Zambia. Zambia in Africa is really known for its stunning wildlife and vast landscapes. However, it is a country with more than 50% of its people living below the poverty line. And World Vision has been in the country for 40 years, supporting the vulnerable children and their communities with intervention programs to break out of the poverty cycle. So now let me take you on a short tour to Zambia to see the sights and the sounds, as well as what World Vision has been doing in Zambia for the past 40 years. I hope this video has brought you a glimpse to World Vision's work in Zambia. And today's program, during this virtual trip, will bring to you a deeper sharing of our interventions in 4 key areas of water, sanitation and hygiene, health and nutrition, child protection, and education. Before we begin, let's welcome John Hase, National Director of World Vision Zambia, to give a brief overview to our interventions in Musosolokwe area program.
Hi friends in Singapore. My name is John Hase and I'm the National Director for World Vision Zambia. And we're excited that you're able to come and visit us again and that you're able to be here and visit Musosolokwe AP or area program. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on Musosolokwe area program. You know, it opened in 2011 with your generous support, and it's helping 26,000 Zambians have better lives, where they're more prosperous, where they have more opportunities for a brighter future. And so far, these communities are being supported in water, education, health and nutrition, and child protection. In fact, over 150 wells have already been drilled. 10 of those wells are mechanized water systems that are providing clean water to 10 schools and 4 health facilities. Of those 4 health facilities, those schools, there are two of those schools that we've already built ablution blocks or running water toilets, hand washing facilities, etc., where girls can go and take showers so that they can stay in school much longer.
Okay, that was a brief overview of our intervention programs in Musosolokwe. So today joining us is Tita, Tuella, and George from our World Vision Zambia team. Now let's just give you some geographical orientation of where Musosolokwe area program is. On the map, you can see that it's somewhere around near the central region of Zambia. And as John Hase has mentioned, this area program is expected to impact 26,000 people. The program started in 2011, and we have been there for more than a decade. And we will complete our intervention programs by the year 2026. When we first started in the area program, the key challenges that we faced and we saw on the ground were that children were illiterate and have no direct access to education. Access to water was also a challenge. There were poor standards of health in the community and the prevalence of malaria. There was also limited income sources and vulnerability due to the change in climate and weather. So 10 years since we started, we have made certain progress, and we're going to show you the progress that we have made during this virtual trip. Now let's welcome Tita, Donor Liaison Manager, to share more on the key focus areas of intervention, which is water and sanitation. Let's welcome Tita. Tita, over to you.
Thank you, Patricia, and welcome everybody. Good afternoon to you all. So I'll straight go into the WASH interventions that Musosolokwe AP is working towards. Of course, our overall goal is to achieve by 2030, we want to achieve at least 95% of the population to have access to clean water within 500 meters from their households. The technical outcomes for this specific goal are that we want to improve sustainable access to safe water for drinking and productive use, improved access to improved sanitation for household and institutions. In this area, what exactly are the goals or the achievements? We have done 135 boreholes in the AP, which are benefiting 4,250 people. These people have access to basic clean water. Further, we have 7,325 learners that have access to basic drinking water and supply from facilities. We are also proud to say that we have constructed 2 ablution blocks in 2 schools, benefiting access to improved sanitation for about 1,031 learners.
Thank you, Tita. So now let's go over to Peter, who is the development facilitator for the WASH intervention. To give insight to latest developments in two schools, St. Joseph School and Lord Cheller School, to see how clean water has supported the students in their learning.
My name is Peter Piri. I'm the development facilitator for the Integrated Water Sanitation and Hygiene Program under Musosolokwe area program. Under this technical program, we have done quite a number of projects in the area program, which includes the construction of mechanized water system in 9 out of the 10 schools that we have in the catchment area. So these mechanized water systems are providing access to clean and safe water to the learners in schools, as well as access to enough water which they are using for gardening. And from the gardening, they are also learning the practicals in terms of agricultural sciences. So it's an impact that the schools are appreciating, and also the learners are also appreciating because they are gaining the knowledge in terms of agricultural sciences. The other activities that we've done, it includes construction of ablution blocks. We have done 2 ablution blocks in schools out of the 10 schools that we have done. So meaning that we still have 8 more schools where we need to construct ablution blocks which provide access to sanitation and hygiene to the learners as well as the teachers. Other than that, we have also done a number of water points in communities, that is boreholes, and that are equipped with hand pumps, as well as in some communities we are constructing mechanized water systems that are supplying water, clean and safe water to the communities. So having done all these interventions in the communities, we still have some other communities that need access to clean and safe water. We still have communities that are still drawing water from wells, and so we still have a lot of work that we need to do in terms of supplying clean and safe water, as well as access to sanitation and hygiene in the catchment area.
Well, you can see from the earlier video that there's the importance of having ready access to water makes it clean and safe for the children as well. From the last part of the video, you can see children accompanying their parents, their mothers, going to the well to actually draw the water. And because of the well, there are also dangers and risks involved when it comes to drawing water from a well versus just getting water from a tap, which is near the areas that they're living or they are learning. So the intervention program for water and sanitization is very important and impacts also our other programs, for example, child protection, and as well as health and nutrition. So Tita, over to you to share more about our achievements in the area of child protection and as well as health and nutrition. Tita?
Thank you, Patricia. So as we continue with our journey, I would like you to appreciate our intervention in child protection as well as advocacy. As World Vision, our key is to ensure the well-being of children and work towards protecting children and ensuring that they are secure. We promote an environment where children are safe, protected, and nurtured. We ensure effective legal systems are in place to protect our children from early child marriage, harmful traditional practices, sexual as well as physical abuse. These are such driving factors simply because they are so inclined and they're so interlinked to our traditional beliefs. Hence, there is need for us to really advocate for communities to be able to appreciate and understand that children actually need to be protected. What are the outcomes for this technical area? We aim at building capacity of community members, faith and traditional leaders alike, improving child protection services in our communities. working towards local level child protection advocacy, and of course, last but not the least, the End Child Marriage campaign, which was launched in a World Vision Zambia some 3 years back. So the aim for this is to protect children and try or work towards retrieving them from early marriages and encouraging them to go back to school. What have we achieved in this area? We have 10 child-led child protection clubs, which have been formed. These are managed by children, and children themselves are in participation. We also have 277 children participating in the child protection clubs and 593 youths that have received Dare to Discover. Dare to Discover is a life skills tool that is administered to youths to help them improve their self-esteem, encourage them to be assertive, and help them to think positively about themselves in ensuring that they look forward to a future that is positive and will put them in a good environment. Working with 11 traditional leaders and also 9 faith leaders to champion the End Child Marriage messages. We believe that traditional leaders as well as community, local leaders, these are the gatekeepers of our communities. And once we work with them, we know very well that we're able to reach as more numbers as we look forward to reaching. Thank you.
Thank you, Tita. Let's move on to the next area of intervention in terms of the achievements. Tita, please introduce to us and share with us the achievements and impact in particular in health and nutrition.
Sure. So when we look at reproductive, maternal, and newborn, child and adolescent health and nutrition, this is a program that looks so wide. It's a program that actually impacts everybody in the communities, mothers, children, fathers alike, and no one can be left behind in terms of health. What have we achieved in this area? We have worked towards improving, having 352 pregnant women supported with health messages during their pregnancies. In this area, this is a way we are using to avoid mothers delivering from homes, instead having access to deliver at institutional level. And with this, we have achieved 120 institutional deliveries for mothers who have actually undergone TTC. TTC is a timed and targeted counseling model that is used by the Safe Motherhood Action Groups, which are local communities that are trained by health personnel in order for them to go door to door in delivering health messages to expecting mothers and also to mothers that already have children that are under 5. We have also worked to rehabilitating about 21 malnourished children through our project in nutrition called the Positive Deviance PD Health Nutrition Project.
Thank you, Tita. Now we're going to bring you live into Africa, Zambia, to visit the St. Joseph's Health Clinic. Tita earlier shared of how we have strengthened the community health systems. So this is one of the health clinics that we have assistance and support. So let's cross over to Zambia and speak with Mr. Perfect, who is the community health assistant at St. Joseph's Health Clinic. So Mr. Perfect, please introduce the St. Joseph's Health Clinic and what you do there.
Yeah, my name's Perfect Hachimba. I work here as a community health assistant. Here at the facility, this facility has got 7 zones, and these 7 zones has got a population of 12,700 people. At this facility, we offer services such as the OPD, screening and treatment of minor illnesses, referring those that are more critical and serious. We also do at clinic, that is, we do counsel and test people, those who come for VCT. We also do TB screening. On TB, we also do TB treatment, but we don't have a lab. So for those that we suspect they've got TB, we take samples sputum samples, and we take them to the lab, which is in Punde, the nearby facility that has got a lab. Our facility has got about 3 compartments, including pharmacy, which is the 4th one. I'm now going to take you through our compartment that has which this facility has. This is our FTG. This is where we capture data from clients who come for services here. Then this room, this side is a screening room. That's where we do our screening. Then behind, we've got the pharmacy. That's where we keep our drugs. And now concerning World Vision has done a lot to our facility and even to our community. This community, from the very beginning, we didn't have running water. The water that we were using at this facility, we used to get it from the stream, which is nearby, Mufukushi stream. Then World Vision came in and they did a borehole, which is a mechanized system. We've got a tap, which is over there. Then we've got also a hand washing facility that was provided by World Vision in the time of COVID when it was so serious. Then we were also helped with trainings. World Vision trained a lot of community-based volunteers. They trained the malaria control agents who are working in the community to screen people, those who they suspect they've got malaria. They also trained the SMAGs. The SMAGs, they usually work with the mothers, those that are pregnant and those that are babies who are less than 2 years. They teach them on how to look after their babies, and they also teach them on the feeding, on the way they have to feed their children, and also the way they are supposed to be fed, the way they are supposed to feed themselves when pregnant. We also have got the art clinic that is being helped by World Vision. They are giving us inputs, they give us fuel to do a lot of services. That is the outreach. They also help us with drugs. They help us with malaria drugs, diarrhea drugs. They also give us chlorine to treat our water in the community to those that don't have running water. They also helped us in training of champions. The champions, they help us in the attainment of the ODF status of our catchment. That is, they also have helped in the reduction of diarrheal diseases, the same champions. These people were not just trained and left just like that. They were also given bicycles to use as they do their work in the community. I think World Vision has done a lot. They've trained a lot of members. They've also trained staffs in infant care on how to go about caring of a newborn baby. Maybe she has got difficulties in breathing. They've also given us some equipment to use. We thank World Vision for what they've done in our catchment area, and for us to work well, it is because of World Vision, because of the help they are giving us. We are so thankful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perfect. Thank you for sharing the details of the interventions and the support that World Vision has given. Now, we actually shared earlier about the 120 institutional deliveries that we have helped pregnant mothers go through. So now let's hear from a testimonial from one of the mothers who is 43 years old, Lelita, who will share how she has benefited from the SMAC and TTC program that we shared earlier. And you'll see also her beautiful daughter who was delivered through this institutional delivery.
Ezenga ndine Berita Tembo, nina zaka 43. Na wamuna wanga wa Dickson Lando ababa. Na mwana Blessing uyapa. inene zenapezekana problemu kumbuyo kupenezi pa smike wene vakaliboti tandalira peneze nankhala na mimba neze naenda na kuchipimo na 4 months naenda kuchipimo na 4 months mpaka mimba ijakula yakula mimba ija yafika time yakuti nikupapa bamulamu pene vanabwela mulamu ana bikiro nikuja wakamba ati imwe pene mumapapa lyonse mumapapa cha bebu ino so nangu apa mzapapa cha bebu no kuli bevuta mneza pezeka verona nitenga kuno ma 19 hours vene tinaenda manje kuchipatala kuja vanyambe wakamba ati mwachedwa nangu apa mwanetera munipa sasa chabe milandu tapatitandizira chabe tione wamena za pulumuka ndani kapena ni mai wake ni mwana tiluzeko chimozi vene wanatitandizira kuja wanyambe na kupapa na papa mwana banani pasa force labor vene mwana napitirira vene nankala na mimba manje okonkapo vene wanabwela basimai boti kunzisa na mimba ya 3 months vene wanakamba tawe apa mulingire mwechitabwanji mwenda kuchipatala mpendo pinisa vene amba antinento vene nafikira time manje opapa basimai again nishibaendako kudala 6 times ya kwana vene watipunisa tawe apa manje ndalama mnakonzekera tati ndalama zilipo vene naenda kuchipatala nishikwasala 1 week vene nankhala na blessing ndiye blessing yapa basimai ndiye wanati londolera vosa ati mulingire mwenda kuchipatala simulingire mwapapira kunyumba.
Well, through World Vision's intervention programs, children are not only safely delivered and they come into this world safely, they are also cared for through their growing years through our nutrition program and as well as education intervention. As a children-focused humanitarian organization, our intervention programs seek to help children live life to their fullness. And in this next segment, we'll be hearing from a child, a sponsored child from one of our sponsors who are also online with us today on this virtual trip, the impact that World Vision has made through child sponsorship. And facilitating the session is Tawela, our translator. So we'll meet sponsored child Wendy. She's a grade 6 student. And the activities that she has participated in includes reading camps, workshops to supplement her literacy. Her family has also attended Celebrating Families workshops and child protection education programs to ensure that she lives in a holistic environment that enables her to pursue her dreams. So let's cross over to Wendy, who is live on screen. Hi, Wendy. Yep. Tawela, you can remove the virtual background so that we can actually see both of you. Yes. Okay. Hi, Wendy. Hi. Could you introduce yourself to the sponsors that are online? Wendy is a sponsored child and she's going to share more about herself on this virtual trip. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, how are you? My name is Wendy. I'm 12 years old. I'm in grade 6. My subject. That's subject that you like. It's okay. Subject do you want them? Zambia. Okay. Hi, my name is Wendy. I'm 12 years old. I'm in grade 6. My favorite subject is mathematics. I also like eating shima with chicken.
Thank you, Wendy, for the self-introduction. You're speaking very confidently in English, and we're happy to hear from you. Could you share with us how World Vision has helped you in your learning journey and as well as your community?
So landesha World Vision nachita mu community mumoyo na mu kusukulu kuti wasasa mu chibumba.
World Vision vaileta kusukulu kumyezo kusambirira na mushomo twikala vaileta so turakuna kulijinga mpu kusambira okuberenga n'okulemba so lekeni muberengere nk'akabuku.
Okay, so World Vision has been able to provide clean and safe drinking water at the school that I go to. So not only I, but other children get.
Sorry, Toella, we lost you for a while. Can you just give us a moment?
To have access to clean and safe drinking water. So in my particular village, World Vision has drilled a borehole there that I and my other family members access clean and safe drinking water from. The other thing that World Vision has been able to do is World Vision has been able to start up reading camps where children of my age and other ages get to go to be able to learn to read and to write at that particular reading camp. So we get to read in a very fun way. We get to learn how to read and write in a very fun way with a lot of games, with a lot of songs that are there. So this is what World Vision has done for me and for school. So right now, I would like to be able to just read a paragraph to you so that you know that I can get to read.
Ulupwa lwa nsofu luleyangala mu matipa. Insofu shikalapa mu mundupwa mwaba insofu ishapusana. Imyaka insofu ishilume eshibana imyaka inono ya kufyarwa nga insofu ishilume shabana imyaka 12 lyena shilafuma palupwa na ukuya ikala kumbi insofu ishana ishikota shikala na wafyashi inshita yonse pakuti shileyafwa mukusunga utwana tulefyalwa. Insofu ikota ikalamba mukufyalwa eiba ikalamba palupwa.
Wow. So that was Wendy reading to you, just to show you that she can read. And that was basically just a passage that was talking about a herd of elephants and how it is that the older elephants, both male and female that are found in there, gets to always look after the younger elephants, and how it is that they like playing in the mud to be able to protect their skins.
Thank you for the very good reading that you have done. And it shows how we have actually helped you progress in your learning and literacy. Now we would like to give you an opportunity to actually speak with your sponsor on this virtual trip. So let's welcome Josephine. Josephine, could I welcome you to turn on your video?
Hello, Wendy. Can you see me?
Hi.
Wendy, hi. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm fine.
I'm so proud of you. You are able to speak so fluently in English. Can I check with you? Are you learning English in school?
Okay. So Wendy is saying she's still learning her English because they just started learning the English in this particular grade that she's in. So she's asking if you can speak to her, and then I'll be able to translate in the local language.
Ah, okay. I hope that one day the both of us can write in English and correspond in English. I'm looking forward to that day. Oh yeah, Wendy, in our letter, you said that you studied very hard for the past exam, and next year you'll be in grade 7. So you need to study real hard. Is grade 7 an and a special kind of streaming, kind of a very hard exam, such that you need to study very hard in order to progress to the next grade? What's so special about grade 7?
Grade 7 change chawamapo ku grade 7 echo ati kuti walenga ati echo ufaitisha sana tupase ukuya mu grade 8 atufure waberenga sana nangu hapa nono fye ufure waberenga sana sana fye sure ukupitirira oh napasata tena pasande. Okay, so she's saying for the grade 7, she needs to be able to study extra hard because it's an examination class where she's able to progress from the primary level to the secondary level, because the secondary level starts at grade 8. So now she has to study very hard, including Saturday and Sunday, she needs to be studying.
Oh, okay. Study hard, but also find time to rest. You must have a good balance. So I'm so proud of you. Then I understand that currently you're having your summer holiday. So what do you do during your free time then?
Patina mwisale school, finishule chita kunganda, kangeta uleya ku school.
Ndepita mabuku kwesiwa kuverenga.
Ndepita mu mabuku kwesiwa kuverenga change chembe. Uleyangala na vanove.
Uleyangala nayo yanje kutea game.
Uletea game. Uleyangala na vanani.
Veneteo.
Okay. All right. Ulabafitisha kwa mami. Okay, ulabafitisha nshi.
Tianga munganda kusafia mbale tianga poluvansa ukuwasha.
Okay. All right, so while she's on holiday and on summer break, so these are some of the things that Wendy loves to do. So the first thing is she has not yet forgotten her books. She still has to go back to her books. So she still takes time to revise her books so that she's not too lost with her education when schools open. Then the second thing that she loves to do is to play with her friends. There is a friend called Barbara that she loves to play with, and another neighbor as well, who she loves to play with as well. So when she has time, she gets to do that. Then the third thing that Wendy loves to do during this particular time is that she loves to help around at home. So she gets to sweep. She loves to also do the dishes and see how it is that she ensures that they are clean dishes at home. So that is what Wendy loves to do.
Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, thank you, Josephine. Would you have another last question that you'd like to ask Wendy?
Okay. Wendy, can you share with me, like, what do you wish to be when you grow up?
Okay, so Wendy is saying that once she grows up and finishes school, she would love to be a nurse. So she would love to study nursing so that she's able to help her family and all the community members in her village.
Thank you.
Wendy, would you like
Wendy also just wanted to show you the bag that she received. She received the bag.
I can't see.
So Ella, you have to remove the virtual background and she can see the bag that she has received.
Okay, all right.
So Ella, are we here?
Yes, we are here.
Yeah. can go ahead and show what she has received from Josephine.
Okay. I hope you like it.
Wendy, would you like to say a few words to Josephine?
Finishole okulanda kuli Josephine. Finishole okulanda kuli sponsor of the Josephine. Natuwatotera sana. And then okay. So Wendy was just saying that she wants to say thank you so much, Josephine, for your friendship and for all the love that you shower upon her. And she's saying she hopes to see you soon, not through the virtual visit, but she hopes you can visit one of these fine years. Then you can be able to meet and play.
Sure.
Thank you,
But
Josephine.
then, yeah. Okay, go on.
Yeah, go on. Go ahead. You can share what you wanted to say.
Okay. See you in our next letter correspondence. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, Wendy. So what you have seen is just a preview of what many of the sponsors here online would have the opportunity to actually sign up for a virtual meetup session that we'll be arranging on 6th of September. We will share this sign-up link at the end of this virtual trip, and we have limited slots available for you to actually communicate with your sponsored child, just as how Josephine and Wendy has been communicating on this virtual trip. And you'll be able to talk to them, give them words of encouragement, and even share more about yourself so that they know more about this friend in Singapore that they have through child sponsorship. Well, next up, we have heard how Wendy has benefited from reading camps and our education intervention. So to date, we have established 70 reading camps, and Tita will share more about our achievements in the education and development area. Tita, over to you.
Thank you, Patricia. So as we continue with our journey, my dear participants, let me just run you through some of the achievements in terms of reading and education in Musosolokwe AP. So as you will have learned and you've gathered as we have moved along our journey, you will appreciate the fact that we have put education as one of our priorities in ensuring that children are able to read and are able to develop within themselves to be productive citizens in their communities. So we have 4,094 boys and girls that have been supported with literacy learning through books as well as study kits. We have also trained 45 teachers with the Unlock Literacy Model. This is a model that is administered to children from grade 1 to grade 4, basically emphasizing on the aspects of reading and also being able to write. Through this, we are proud to say that we have also formulated 70 reading camps. And in these 70 reading camps, the 1,882 children are participating. You will see in the video that we're going to share how children tend to get excited when it comes to reading camps. It's a way of allowing children to participate, interact, and learn in a friendly environment. Thank you.
Well, now we're going to bring you live again to Zambia, to the Chitava Reading Camp, and we'll see how our facilitator, Pamela, are engaging the children and what do they learn at the reading camp. So the reading camp is a community grass structure where children have access to learning to supplement what they learn in school. And they are also encouraged to have reading corners at home where the parents are trained to continue to provide lessons. So now let's cross over to Pamela, who is live at the reading camp. Thank you for the song. Hi, Pamela and Victor, who is our translator for this session. Pamela, please introduce what you do at the reading camp.
Jina lyange nimeo Pamela Zulu. Ngombea pa reading camp ya Chitaba reading camp ne facilitator. Tuli babiri. Mfunda abana ichibemba. Mukufunda abana tulafunda abana mukwangala. Ngabana baleyanga kanti balesambirira. Eko kisambirisha abana pano pa Chitaba reading camp.
Okay, my name is Pamela Zulu. I teach at Chitaba Reading Camp. I have children here. We teach children how to read and write through play.
Abana bengi baishiwa okuberenga n'okulemba. Nga tulefunda. Wati baleyanga piraganshi abana balesambirira.
Most children here have learned how to read through play. Through play. As they play, they learn how to read and write.
So ninkwata abana mwana umakwati kuti aisambirengera kwalishiwa okuberenga kuti aisa kuberengera kwa kabuku.
Okay, I have children here who know how to read, and the total number of children that I have at the reading camp, they are 50, and one child will come and show you that they are able to read.
So umwana kuti ausa Grace Adiano. Ishina Adiano mngandefo kubelenga kwa kakabu. Apanganda pali ng'ombe aemba.
At our home, there is a cow which is very nice, which is very beautiful.
Ninkwatako na umbi umwana washiwa kuberenga. No kusambirisha abana ankwe. Grace Mwinga. Grace. Grace Mwinga.
My name is Grace Mwinga.
Sambira pa Chitaba Reading Camp.
She learns at Chitaba Reading Camp.
Sambira ukuberenga no kulemba.
She's learning how to read and write.
Wangalo nate mukwangala a boring game.
I like playing a boring game. A boring game is this game here, where they put the bottles with words. When you hit the bottle with a ball, you pick the bottle and read the word which is written here. I also help my friends to learn how to read. At school, I'm doing very well. Sometimes I come out number 1 when we write the test. Thank you so much. And yes, at the reading camp, there are a lot of activities that take place. There are a lot of games that children play. As they play those games, they learn how to read. One of the other games that they play is this fishing game, where you fish out the word, then the fish that you have picked, there's a word that is written, and they are able to read the word that is written there. So there are a lot of other activities. There's the other games like this one here, the race game, where they use a rope, whichever word that they circle, they are able to connect the syllables to come up with a word. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. Could you ask Gracie what would she like to be when she grows up? Victor.
Vingi ifo ndevomba pano pa reading camp. Nalipanga mangalo apusana awava na wasambirira kupitira mkwangala.
So here at the reading camp, I've made a lot of games that make children learn how to read.
Amangala onalipanga ko yambinda panga pe amashiwina bika mkabokosi era abana nga batambo kasunkana pira batenda shiwe era atambo kubelenga omwana.
I've made words and put them in the box, and children they shuffle the box, and the child picks a word from the box and is able to read it.
Navindu wangalo abana ndabasambirisha takuperesheka oishiwi era nomba tuleta mpira kona tena era balemba kwata kalwimbo.
Other words, they pick the word, then they read the word and they put them in a song so that they are able to remember.
Twalipanga kone kope ife abana olionsenga batule batambisha balemo na kwa chishinga ilia kwati sabina na panga chikope je sabina lemba pone sabi na mashiwina bika po sabi ko likala na ifo ibikira amen.
We have also made words on the pictures, so children are getting the picture, they are able to connect the picture and the word.
Na totera sana pakuti wafirisha bawa division pakuti wafirisha kutupea programu hii ndetotera sana abana bengi nabachinja balesambirira nokulemba.
I thank World Vision for bringing this program to our community, because our children now they are able to read and write. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Pamela. There's just one question that we would like to ask. How often is the reading camps being held every week?
Reading camp hii natambira reading camp mu 2022 mu January pona natambira kusambirisha abana mu reading camp pano pashitaba reading camp. So ni kwa tafe 6 months mukusambirisha abana. Neisha tukumana pona abana tukumana pa Saturday. So mumwenshi tukumana liringa 4 times ebo tukumana mumwenshi nabana.
We meet here every week on Saturday, so in a month we are able to meet 4 times. We start our session at 14:30 hours, so the session goes for 1 hour 30 minutes.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you very much for the introduction. And we're very happy to see the children being able to read and the children coming together to sing the songs and as well as have a good time together and learn to play. Okay, Tita. Yeah, back to Tita. There is a question that we'll take the opportunity to ask here. Are the reading camps done in the local language or in English?
So the reading camps are done in the local language. And even the booklets that have been produced, if you go back to the slide where I was sharing what World Vision has supported the community with, the booklets that are used in the reading camps are also in the local language.
Okay. There's another question that we will take the opportunity to answer here as well, related to child protection. Are there any resistance when you actually engage the traditional leaders in communicating the messages and the training for child protection?
For Musosolokwe AP, I must say that the response has been tremendous. We have a very positive response from the traditional leaders, but you must also appreciate the fact that it's not all of the traditional leaders that are in the catchment area that are thinking positively towards the aspect of ending child marriage. But we are safe to say that we have 3/4 of them who are on board and are actually supporting the campaign, while of course we still have others that still need to be engaged, educated, and also helped to appreciate the program more.
Thank you, Tita. Well, after the reading camp visit that we have done, now we are still going back to life into Zambia. Well, we have been in Zambia in the Musosolokwe area program for more than 10 years. There's certainly still work to be done to reach out to more families. And we'd like to bring you to visit one of these families. Her name is Justina. She's 38 years old. She's a single mother who is taking care of 10 children. She moved here after her husband ran away and she doesn't have formal employment. And so she's trying to ensure that her children eat and are going to school. So now we will cross over to Africa again in Zambia to have an introduction of her living conditions and as well as what are the challenges that she's facing and how World Vision has been able to help her along the way. Hi, George. Hi, Justina. Welcome to the virtual trip here online to meet with our Singapore sponsors. George, please give an introduction of Justina and her family and as well as her living conditions.
Hi, good afternoon. Here right now in Zambia. We are just at one of the houses where we have the most vulnerable family. And I just want to ask the family to just greet you. Shall we greet them? Okay. The family is just saying hi, greetings to you, Singapore.
Hello.
Nevo ndime Justina, ndimesunga mubashi oyu. Abana bangu family nje. Oyu Harrison, oyu Grace, uyangu Prince, uyangu Susan, uyangu Joyce, uyangu Annette, Elipios, Mark, Onat. Oyu Simati, mwana wawe Grace. Barumba.
Okay. Justina, the mother to the family, and of course with one grandson, she's trying to just introduce the other family members. The other one is busy playing around. It's missing. Can you bring that one so that they can also sing? Come. Okay. Okay. Onadi is also, this is the last born from Justina's family. Okay, Justina. She's saying where we are staying in, I want to show you the houses where, so that you know where the children sleep. So she said this is the house where Grace, Susan, and Annette spend their night. So this is the house where Maggie, Elifios, Arnold, and Onad and Maggie spend their night in this house. Okay. Just come with me so that you can see another place.
Nengande abana Harrison alimu a Prince mobalala abalonganga ya kenaga.
So the other boys that you saw, Harrison, Prince, and Elias, they spend their night in that very house. Okay.
Aga kanku potu bikira nku potu bikira goma egesi kanda kanku gwa.
She's saying they also keep chickens, and the chickens actually climb there up on top, and they lay eggs there and hatch from there. So now I think we don't have any. I can see we don't have any. I'm sure they are just around. Some of them they are playing. They have already hatched.
motubikira twawulira totujana natwalima amanza motubika twawulira twesi motuyobola tukokoma.
She's saying inside there, I believe you are able to see the maize. You can tilt a bit there. Those are the maize that the family has actually managed to harvest this season. Mama bags, how many bags?
About 3 bags.
3 bags. So she's saying if you get not less than 3 bags from the maize that we are actually seeing there. Okay. So she's saying when we use the plates, we eat shima, we wash them, and this is where we put them so that they dry up.
For example, okay,
let's see. Okay. So Justina is saying this is where they do the cooking, be it is it relish, shima, anything that they cook, it is done here. They use this firewood. And the one that you are just seeing here is sample. This is maize that they make out of the what they have actually peeled off the maize grains. So now they cook that so that the family can feed on. Maize is that it's used for breakfast. Thank you so much. We are back with the family. Justina was just showing around so that you see this house around it where the family lives, the 10 children that you have seen. And with me, we have remained with the 2 of the children. This one is Maggie and Delicious. Maggie, in preschool. Okay, she's saying she's in preschool. Okay. Okay. Okay, again. Okay. Maggie is saying she's in preschool and there they learn A-E-I-O-O. Okay. Anga kupenda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, lovely. She's able even to count at preschool. She's able to count 1 up to 10. Okay. Kitu amani has tigolo yanda utstanzi. Again. Okay. Maggie, she's saying she wants to become a nurse when she completes school. Anga kufunganda osobana. Okay. So she's saying, whilst at home, she enjoys playing swing. The one that they use the rope and then they jump on it. This is what she enjoys doing. Okay. Let's get to interview also our friend here. Okay, Elifias. Jari. Okay. Alimwe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay. Eligius is also in preschool. It's also able to count up to 10. Okay. Nanga for you Sobana. Uma Bola. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Kokalans. Wamania tukoenda nyumbani. Wambi. Okay. So Eligius is saying he enjoys playing soccer, and when he's at home, he enjoys playing this with the friends. Now, when he completes school, Eligius is saying he wants to become a policeman. That is what he is saying. Maybe getting back to now, Justina, we want Justina to just tell us a little bit more about the challenges that she encounters here in terms of the well-being of children. Justina,
mapenzi kwanisikiti nesunga vana ava pejisi mari yakutetinga ndachibaya kubagwa yakubhadhira kusikoro kamwe wachechicha kuya ndichana mukumiri kamapisiwei ukaenda itamburi yakusama ayakuti kubadhichani kamapisiwei konya ali mchacheti ndichane ikuti ndichane kapyaketi ndirime ndichane chakudya fertilizer antomwe ambuto kwakuti ndichana sejisi.
Okay. So she's saying one of the challenges that Justina encounters here in terms of taking care of the children, it is through making ends meet. She does cultivate, but the cultivation is not enough that she can feed well the family. So because the soil is not good, she doesn't have fertilizer. She just cultivates the soil and plants maize grain without fertilizer. And so the yield that is mainly brought from the field is not enough for her to manage the family.
Mapenzi ari mulimika tisinenda ko twajana kurangu ari mwajalo chigayo ko tugaita kura so kuti vana kutuka muto kwa kosira ngama ora mala within 3 hours benda kwa kuchikora.
Okay. So Christina is also saying something that they have a challenge from where they get the water is very far. And so she's trying to explain that the water where they go, they take a lot of time and it delays them when they want to do also other household chores, like maybe going to the grinding mill. It's very far, and then they also have to see to it that they have good water so that they enjoy that within their premises.
Kulima ngatukeresha manza atuchamba kwa manza so chakuti tilimie ng'ombe mpongo yonse itakwate tiketewo mutindira kutenda kuona.
So she's saying actually when it comes to cultivation, she uses a hoe on her own, and then with the few children that are with her, she does the cultivation, but using the hoe it's very difficult. They don't use any cow, they don't use anything. It's just labor, manual labor, and being alone, that's a challenge that she has. Okay. She's also saying that the children go to school. She manages that, but when it is rain season, there's somewhere where they need to cross over a stream. Now that gets flooded, and then it becomes a challenge for them to cross there. So they will have to wait, or those days it's fully filled, they need to wait until it reduces so that children now can walk through the same water to go to school. Okay. And Bana mapenzi na ngapi ya kuona nchi yako.
Ojatigi yakusama yakutipangire vana yakusama muri mainifomu mabhuku yakuti yabulo yamusaira nishipakamba kuti ndijane chocho chitandiza avona ndaboka kuti somutu akaviri neno baba kuti kaviri kakapepa kutiza kuti nonga urafanira kuzove maproblem
She's also saying that, dressing up the family, she has challenges because she has to do also this way. Sometimes she also goes to cut trees and makes charcoal as a lady, as you can see, alone. And that is very difficult. It may not be something that most of the women are involved in, but she does that so that she's able to raise some money and buy other household needs like clothes, dressing up the children and other household.
mapetukedesebo muntu vanhu vangu vakazvonyongana vavachita so chakutinga vabikira so vakainga vochendi so mapenziro so penzero
So the last thing that she's saying is that her husband, something went wrong mentally, and so he has abandoned the family and just went. And we don't know where he is, just walks anywhere and is no longer with the family. So that is a challenge to do all these things on her own as a mother, to take care of the 10 children that we saw. Okay.
varumbano vatugwahirira nanga mwachimuhariza avandi varumba.
She's saying very thankful. She's thankful of what God has continued doing in you, and she's just hoping better things in life, and also that God can come through her and help her through her problems. Farumba,
bye bye.
bye bye. So sponsor.
Thank you, George.
Bye bye, sponsor.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Justina, for introducing and showing us around on her living conditions and also introducing us to her children. So the two children that you saw on the screen earlier, they are available for child sponsorship. They are Margaret and Alicia's, and you've seen them earlier and what they've shared and their dreams. And your sponsorship can give them hope for a brighter future. So if any of our sponsors online are open and interested to sponsor them and also be on a journey with them to help them get through life challenges, please WhatsApp us at 69220144 and we can assist you on the process of child sponsorship. So we also want to share with our sponsors online today that the account portal that we have, the sponsorship account portal, we have a new functionality, which is a timeline feature, and you can get ready updates more timely on your sponsored child's latest activities. There will also be the update photos and videos that you can watch of them and see how they are doing in their local community and how our interventions have impacted and benefited them. You can also keep track of the community's progress made possible by your continued support. And so this is a new function and feature on our sponsorship portal so that you can get more timely updates and regular updates of your sponsored child. Also, we hope you continue to log on to the sponsorship portal, not only to get updates, but also you can write letters, e-letters to your sponsored child and communicate with them, encourage them to overcome the challenges that they have and allow them to get to know you. And as a friend, you can mentor them through some of the challenges like what you heard earlier from Wendy of how she's actually tackling the exam, and you can encourage your sponsored child as well. Well, we are almost coming to the end of the virtual trip, but before we go, we'd like to share with you that we actually have a special event which is called Chosen. It's a different form of child sponsorship where you submit your photo and you allow the child in Zambia to choose you So registration is open all the way until 29th August. And so if you haven't experienced Chosen, we encourage you to experience it for yourself. Let's watch a video of why sponsors actually take part in Chosen.
Instead of having people choose a kid from a set of photos like sponsorship's been done for decades, we did something that we've never done before. Now, the choice is theirs. The choice to take hold of their future, to pursue their God-given gifts, to become change makers in their communities, and even the choice to step into a life-changing relationship with you.
Felicia, খুব সুন্দর তোমার পছন্দ করেছি
It's powerful, and I mean purity in his eyes. A little boy picking. Chose you because you look very pretty.
Yes, so Chosen is really an empowering moment for both the child and as well as the sponsor. It's magical when you actually receive the letter and the child actually tells you why he or she chose you to be their sponsor, to journey with them to break out of the cycle of poverty. So it's quite exciting after the registration ends and you wait for the letter to come and you see who has chosen you. It's empowering also because it shows that you have been chosen and you are also loved by them too. So do join us and register on this link here, which is worldvision.org.sg/chosen. And it's going to be very special. The choosing party by the children will be on 2nd September. It's also extra special, as you have seen. Our World Vision Singapore ambassador will be present at the party to join the children as they choose their sponsors. And do follow us on our Facebook and you can get some updates of the choosing party that's going to happen on 2nd September. So for sponsors, our virtual trip today, as shared earlier, we also welcome you to sign up for a virtual meetup with your sponsored children. Through this link here, there are 15 slots available. So it will be held on 6th September between 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There are 3 time slots, 8 p.m., 8:30, and 9 p.m. And each slot is about 25 minutes for you to have an opportunity to find out more about how your child is progressing, have a live conversation on Zoom with them, and also to encourage your sponsored child. It's also a very a magical moment to be able to see them on screen and also talk to them live and have a conversation. So we encourage you to sign up. The link is here. The cost is $75 is to really cater for the logistics to bring them to a location where there's internet connection. And we also prepare a gift for the child. Well, before you leave the virtual trip, kindly give us your feedback on the poll that we are launching on the screen right now. And just give us your feedback. It will just take 1 minute at a time. And your feedback will help us improve our next session of the virtual trip. We understand that some of you are asking about a physical trip. We will actually share with you more details when there's an opportunity and we are able to organize a physical trip again. So do take some time to answer the poll. We'll just give about a minute or so. I understand that there are some questions on the Q&A segment, so I'll just give another minute before I answer those questions. I invite Tita to answer those questions. It'd be very helpful if most of you could leave feedback. Okay, well, some of you are actually filling up the feedback form. Tita, there are some questions here, if you can answer so that the sponsors can also understand. Does the people in the Musosolokwe have access to electricity and Wi-Fi?
Good electricity.
Tita?
Yes, Patricia. Come again with the question.
Yeah, the question is, do the people have access to electricity and Wi-Fi?
No, they don't have electricity and there's no Wi-Fi. However, certain areas like where we are right now, we have a tower that is able to provide internet service, but it's only limited within this catchment area. Otherwise, the rest of the areas do not have connectivity. And then with power, for example, this facility where we are, we have got the connections, the cables and everything, but the actual power grid has not been connected to the facility.
Okay, there's another question, a follow-up question from the earlier one about engaging the traditional leaders in child protection. Could you share more on what has been done in engaging these traditional leaders, and as well the extent of transforming the traditional leaders' mindset? How do you do it?
Okay, so what World Vision does is that it facilitates training, sensitization, and awareness for traditional leaders as well as faith leaders alike. So specific to the traditional leaders, once they are engaged in the training, once they have their capacity built and their skills in issues to do with ending child marriage, they form what they call child protection committees at community level. And so these committees actually have got the powers. Their role is to look out for children within a specific area and have their ears to the ground. Should any child be found in a situation where she has been married off or she has been abused physically or sexually, this is a committee where the traditional leaders gather, and this is where the reports are brought, and the reports are actually decided or discussed among the traditional leaders and then resolved. So in an instance where you have a child who's been married off, when this committee meets, their role is to bring both families together discuss issues on the way forward and being taken back if she's still at home, and if they have the boyfriend or the partner also is still at home, this is where they are sent either to their parents, both of them. However, there are certain cases that tend to be beyond the traditional leaders, like probably defilement or a rape case, or where a child has been molested. This now is the traditional leader with the other committee leaders who actually go to the local police station to report this case, and the local police station takes it up and accelerates it to a higher level depending on how big the issue is and how much it needs to be resolved in order for harmony to be brought between two families. So basically, in essence, World Vision will not go on the ground and actually facilitate the process of retrieving the children from marriage or going to the police to report, but actually the traditional leaders have the capacity, have been trained to have the information on the steps they need to follow in order for them to protect these children. And also probably as I'm sharing this bit, we could also appreciate the fact that the local level committees that are spearheaded by the traditional leaders, we also have the district level committees that are also spearheaded by people at that level. So in the event that a particular case has not been resolved at local level and it is taken further above, you have those committees that will respond to it and ensure that the child is taken care of and is protected.
Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
There's just one more question on the access to electricity. Is it even possible to tap on solar power to generate electricity in Zambia?
Yes, so we have areas where they use solar panels. We have areas that actually, mostly in our rural areas, solar electricity is relied upon more than the actual power, because it's easily installed, and you only just need the panels for them to, receive the sun rays and be installed. But otherwise, not many communities or villagers are able to afford that because it tends to be expensive. But it's a readily available resource, except one needs to have some good substantial amount of money to be able to have access to it. So the community still remains without electricity, and they rely on the local kind of lamps or local lights that are being used.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tita.
Sure.
Yep. We have now come to the end of the virtual trip. Thank you for those who have filled up the feedback form. Okay, there's just yep. Okay. Yeah, we have answered most of the questions that you all have asked. So do remember, for sponsors, do sign up for our virtual meetup. And for those who have not experienced Chosen, we welcome you to join us in this Chosen experience. It's very magical when you actually receive the letter, and we hope to receive your registration. You just have to submit a very beautiful photo with a very warm smile, and just show your kindness through that photo, and you will see which child will be choosing you on the 2nd of September. Well, thank you all sponsors for staying with us for the past 1.5 hours. We hope this has been a very educational and informational session for each of you who have supported us through child sponsorship and given you a greater understanding and deeper understanding of how child sponsorship can impact the community, the families, and as well as the children. Well, thank you for joining us this evening, and your support really means a lot to these children of Zambia. Thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye.